Hey, yo, what's up, guys? Your boy KennyJStylinz coming at you with another profile. This time we're talking about Jackie Chan, baby. Yeah, the J team. I don't know if you remember that. It's a bit of an old school flavor there for all you people know what I'm talking about. If you don't, just tune in. You'll like it anyway. Trust. Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and get started with the profile here. Cue the theme music. Alright, so first we're gonna kick this off with, come on man, y'all know I do this almost every video. The main guy always goes first. Well, almost. But anyway, we got 1, 2, I think that was it. Bam! 3 Jackies. The J team, Jackie Chan. Look at that. He's level 3, Earth Warrior. Okay, let's check out his effect here. Let me move the other ones out the way. Okay, Jackie. When this card is normal summon, you can add 1 level 1 tuner from your deck to your hand. You can discard this card and target 2 talisman monsters from your graveyard or add 2 talisman monsters from your deck to your hand. And if you do, special summon 1 the J team monster from your deck. You can only use the effect of the J team, Jackie Chan, once per turn. This card's really good. I mean, he could do so much. I mean, as the effect states, when he's normal summon, you can add 1 level 1 tuner. So go through your deck, get a tuner, add it to your hand. But not only that, if he's in your hand, you can literally discard him to the graveyard to get 2 talisman monsters from your deck to your hand. You know, and if you do that, you can special summon a J team monster from your deck. So, you know, it's nothing. Hell, I'll discard Jackie, grab 2 talisman monsters from my deck to my hand, and also special summon a J team monster. Instant synchro material. Instant. Anyway, 3 Jackies. Hope you guys enjoy that, because that card is ridiculously stupid. Alright, so next up we have 2. Psych, I did it again, y'all. Y'all thought it was 2, but 3. 3 Jades. Look at that. When this card is normal or special summon, you can add 1 talisman tuner monster from your deck to your hand. The turn this card is summoned, you can do 1 more additional normal summon. Now, ain't that something? Look at that. She also nets you tuners or talismans from your deck to your hand. And you know, she's only at 700, so you normal summon her. She's 700 wide open. You're gonna want to get somebody else out there to do some more plays. So anyway, 3 Jades. We got 2 of the man. Aya! We got 2 uncles. Look at that. Doing the moves, getting down. Okay, uncle, 1200 attack. Spellcaster, of course he is. He's a light monster. Level 3. When this card is normal summon or special summon, you can target 1 spell or trap card your opponent controls. Banish the target. Just banish it. Quick effect. Once per turn, you can pay 1,000 life points. You can place 1 Dao spell card face up from your deck to one of your spell and trap card zones and activate it. I mean, why not? He does that all the time in the show, so go ahead and get that spell card activated. Look at Uncle. Getting down, man. Okay. Next up, we have 2 Torus. Look at that. Level 5. 2200 attack. You can special summon this card from your hand by revealing the J team monster from your hand. Once per turn, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls, destroy it. This card cannot attack the same turn this effect is activated. So, Toru, he puts in work. You know what I'm saying? He's easy to bring out. You know, if you just reveal another J team monster from your hand. And then once per turn, he could pop a monster over there. Not just when he comes out, once per turn. And this dude, he's big for a reason, you know what I'm saying? Right hand man, strong arming folks. Alright, next up, we have a late addition to the J team. We have 3 Hakfu, the Black Tiger. He's a level 4 Earth Warrior. When this card is normal or special summon, you can special summon 1 level 4 lower the J team monster from your deck or hand. Once per turn, you can change this monster to defense position. Add 1 talisman monster from your deck, graveyard, or banish zone to your hand. So, once again, these guys helping get each other out, and they're helping to grab the tuners. So, you can make some plays in this deck. I mean, you can make some devastating plays. By the way, during this deck profile, I added more to the deck, and I'll update it in a later video. You know, I'll do updates, deck profiles for all my old decks and stuff, show you what's new, what I changed, you know, new characters, old characters, whatever the case. Anyway, yeah, so 3 of this guy. All right, next up, we're gonna go with bam, 1 Daolan Wong. Even though he's not truly part of their team, but I had to make him. I wanted to. Spellcaster, of course, level 6, dark. You can special summon this card. Once again, special summon by sending 2 cards from your hand to the deck. Then special summon 1 talisman monster from your deck. So again, grabbing talisman monsters. And add 1 talisman monster to your hand. Oh, wow. So you get to special summon 1 talisman monster from your deck and also add 1 talisman monster to your hand. That's nuts. Once per turn, you can negate 1 spell card your opponent activates. So not only is he a spellcaster doing spells, he counters them too. Look at him. He's sick. That wand ain't no joke. You got a wand like that, boy, you better run. Alright. So next up, I know this deck was about grabbing tuners. And believe me, this deck has a buttload of tuners. And I'm about to show you who the tuners are. They're the freaking talismans. Bam! First, we'll go with the Pig's Talisman. Rock Tuner. You can discard this card from your hand. Target 1, the J-Team monster on your side of the field. The targeted monster gains the following effect. You can look into your opponent's hand and select 1 card in your opponent's hand. Banish that card face down. You can only activate this effect once while this card is face up on the field. This monster can be used with other tuner monsters for a synchro summon. So the thing with the talisman monsters, you discard them from your hand while you have J-Team members out, and effects will kick off. But not only that, all these guys are tuners. They could be used with other tuners. You know, you just don't need 1. If you have 3 talisman guys out and they're all 1-star, you can make a 3-star monster. You know, so say for example, sorry about the camera, guys. I got a uncle out there, and say, oh, I'll discard the Pig Talisman. Then he is going to get the effect of the Pig Talisman. But not only that, if the Pig Talisman's out there and say another talisman. So that's 3, 4, 5. Even although they're both tuners, I can still make a level 5 monster. So that's what's cool about the talisman monsters. Not only can you discard them from your hand to give other monsters effects, but also they can be synchroned with each other. Okay, next talisman, the Sheep Talisman. They're all rock tuners, by the way, and they're all level 1. You can discard this card from your hand. Target 1 the J-Team monster on your side of the field. The target monster gains this effect. Once per turn, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls. Return that monster to the owner's hand. This monster can be used with other tuner monsters for a synchro summon. So, basically, you can target 1 of your monsters, put it back in your hand. It's sometimes helpful depending on if you want to get a certain effect off or something. I don't know, but it's not too devastating or anything, but it can be depending on how you use it. Next talisman is the Horse Talisman. Also a rock tuner, level 1. You can discard this card from your hand. Target 1 the J-Team monster on your side of the field. That monster gains the following effect. Once per turn, you gain 500 life points for each card in your opponent's hand. This monster can be used with other 1 tuner monsters for a synchro summon. So basically every turn. So okay, another thing about how these guys work. So once again, say I got Grandpa out. I'll do Horse Talisman effect, discard. It's not just for that turn. Every turn it goes by, you know what I mean? Depending on what the card says. Once per turn, you gain 500 life points for each card of your opponent. Okay, so once per turn, you know, when your turn comes up, you look at your opponent's hand. He has 3 cards in his hand. You're gaining 1,500. Next turn, you do it again. He has 1 card in his hand. You're gaining 500. So they get the effects permanently until the monster is removed from the field. Alright, next up is the Monkey Talisman. I'm just going to read the effect because I already told you they're all level 1 rock tuners. Anyway, you can discard this card from your hand. Target 1 the J-Team monster on your side of the field. The monster gains the following effect. Once per turn, target 1 monster on your opponent's side of the field. This monster's attack and effect become the same as a targeted monster. This monster can be used with other tuner monsters for a synchro summon. So basically, I try to make their effects similar to what they did on the show. So basically, yeah, monkey see, monkey do, you know. So he could copy the effects. Wow, that's really good. The monster's attack and effect become the same. Wow. So imagine if they had like an Incredible Hulk or somebody out there, you know. And then you copy the effect of the Incredible Hulk and the attack. That's dumb. That's really dumb. Okay, anyway, let's go to the next talisman. Dragon Talisman. You can discard this card from your hand. Target one JT monster on your side of the field. That monster gains the following effect. Once per turn, target one monster your opponent controls. Destroy that monster. This monster can be used with other tuner monsters for a synchro summon. This card's good. Once per turn, just like Toru, you can just pop monsters. Pop monsters. Pop monsters. Alright, next up is a Rat Talisman. You can discard this card from your hand. Target one JT monster on your side of the field. The target monster gains the effect. Once during your turn, you can choose one random card out of your opponent's hand. If that card is a monster, it can be special summoned. Summon it to your side of the field. If it's not a monster, the card gets sent back to the opponent's hand. And of course, this monster could be used with other tuner monsters. So, yeah, if it's a monster, it comes to your side of the field. You get extra bodies. If not, it goes back to their hand. So, a little bit of a chancer there. Snake Talisman. The same. You know, you can discard them from your hand. The targeted monster gains the following effect. This card cannot be targeted for attacks, but does not prevent your opponent from attacking you directly. This monster can be used with other tuner monsters for synchro summon. So basically, you discard this. Whatever monster, JT monster you target on your side of the field, they become a legendary fisherman. They can't be attacked, basically. Become invisible to the eye. Tiger Talisman. Alright, so you discard this one from your hand. The targeted monster gains its effect. You can special summon one copy of the targeted card from your deck or graveyard. This monster can be used with other tuner monsters. So, for example, you discard this, and say you have, I don't know, a Toru out in the field. And because you discarded the Tiger Talisman card, you get a copy from your deck or graveyard. You get two Torus out. You know? That is awesome. That's an awesome effect. And it didn't say nothing about negating effects, so if they have an effect that goes off, you'll get it. Rabbit Talisman. Once again, discard this card, target one of your J-Team monster guys. That monster can attack all monsters that your opponent controls during your turn. So, besides that, you know, of course, he could be tuned with all the other tuners, but basically it turns him into a Ultimate Tyranno. I think that's the name of the card that does that. Anyway, more Talisman coming up. We have Dog Talisman. Discard this one, target one of your J-Team monsters, and they get the following effect. This card cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. Sick. Sick. So you discard this, your monster's safe, pretty much. Pretty much. Alright, Rooster Talisman. So you discard him, and the target monster gains this effect. During either player's turn, you can target one of the JT monster you control, banish it until your next standby phase. This effect can be used only once while this card is face up on the field. This monster can be used with other tuner monsters for synchro summon. So, yeah, basically it's kind of like, oh my god, he's attacking. I'll just banish it. Then it comes back to the field. Alright, last of the Talisman, Ox Talisman. I think y'all know what this one does. So you discard him, target a J-Team monster on your side of the field, increase the targeted monster's attack by 1,000. So basically, he just beefs up your J-Team guys, you know. So that is it with the monsters, fellas. We had quite a bit because of all the talismans. Now we're going to jump into the spells, and we're going to kick the spells off with 2 pot of talisman. Look at that, I love that picture. Okay, target 3 monsters in your graveyard, shuffle all 3 into your deck, then draw 2 cards. Simple, effective. You know, it's like a pot of avarice, or one of them pots that do something like that. I don't know. It's been a while for me, fellas. Alright, I know, y'all know I had to make this 2. You more guai fight these out. This card is awesome, man. But yes, there's 2 of them. Okay, get the effect. After this card's activation, it remains on the field, but you must destroy it during the end phase of your opponent's 3rd turn. When this card is activated, if your opponent controls a face-down monster, flip all monsters they control face up. While this card is face up on the field, Your opponent's monsters cannot declare an attack. So if this seems familiar, basically it's just swords you're revealing light. So like I said, you summon Uncle, you know, and then he could go through the deck, put this down face up, and you know, you're set for the turn. Well, for the next few turns, you know, so you can build up your field. Yeah, that's how that works. So anyway, 2 of that. Next up, we got 2. One more thing. I wish I could sound like him, but I can't. You can target one monster or spell a trap card on your opponent's side of the field and destroy that target. Simple. Simple but effective. One more thing. Man, that card is busted. Can you imagine if this was actually in the game of Yu-Gi? Well, then again, they might have a card like that. I don't know. Okay, next up we have not 1, but bam, haven't said that the whole video. 2, Protect the Talisman. Quick play spell card. Send 1 rock type monster from your deck to the graveyard, which is basically a talisman. Then, if you have a monster in your graveyard that is a rock type, you can send 1 more rock type monster from your deck to the graveyard. You can only activate Protect the Talisman once per turn. So there's a reason behind this. You know, you're not just throwing them in the graveyard for the hell of it. Anyway, you guys will find out soon enough. Alright, next up we have 1 J team. Look at that. That's tight. Reveal 3 cards from your deck that each meets at least 1 criteria listed below. Your opponent randomly picks 1 for you to add to your hand. Shuffle the rest back into your deck. You can only activate the J team once per turn, which you don't have to worry about because there's only 1 in the deck. I did have more, but I took them out. Anyway, so the J team monster, a talisman monster, or a spell and trap card. So you have to get 1 of each, which that's pretty cool. You know, like those cards that have similar effects, but they grab 3 of the same card, and you're like, well, I have no choice. This, yeah, I don't know. All right, next up, we have 2, Hunt for the Talisman. And with Hunt for the Talisman, you discard 1 tuner with 1,000 or less attack, draw 2 cards. So basically, it's that 1 card that Blue Eyes decks play. Forgot the name of it, but yeah. Alright, next up, last for the spells, we got 2 Darkness Summons. And target any number of monsters in your graveyard, special summon them. And if you do, you lose 800 life points for each monster special summoned by this effect. You cannot conduct your battle phase. The turn you activate this card, you can only activate 1 Darkness Summons per turn. So, basically, yeah, Soul Charge. Alright, so that's it with the spells, guys. Now we're going to go into the traps. And this one cracks me up. We have 2 Jade! Now, y'all know if y'all watch the show, he does that often. But anyway, discard 1 card and target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Banish that target. Then banish all cards with the same name as that monster from your opponent's deck. This card is sick. That is sick. They got a problem monster over there. Get rid of it and then get rid of all the cards. Wow, that's stupid. That is very dumb. Next up, we have 2 the Enforcers. Look at this counter trap card. This is a sick pick. Alright, when a monster or monsters would be summoned or a spell or trap card is activated, pay 2,000 life points, negate the activation or activation. Wait, negate the summon or activation, excuse me, and if you do, destroy that card. Solemn, anyone? The Enforcers. Not Solemn, but the Enforcers. Last trap of the deck, Final Stand. Look at that. Look at him with Final Stand. Target 1 J team monster you control. This turn, that face-up monster is unaffected by card effects, except its own. It cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, any opponent's monster that battles this card is destroyed at the end of the damage step. While this card is in your graveyard, if you normal or special summon a J team monster, you can set this card and banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use this effect of Final Stand once per turn. So Final Stand is really good. As the card implies, Final Stand. It's all or nothing. Helps your monster out, you know. But not only that, you could use it again if it goes to the graveyard. So you have the potential of using it twice per duel. You know, if you had 2, 4, 3, 6. Anyway, I just only have 1 in there for now. Alright guys, so now we're going to go into the extra deck. Y'all can see what kind of craziness is spawned from that. But anyway, so let's get the extra deck started off here. We're going to go with 1, the Dark Hand, Rat Soul Chow and Finn. Level 3. When this card is synchro summoned, you can reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Your opponent selects 1 card to put into their hand, and shuffle the remaining cards into your deck. If one of the cards revealed was a talisman monster, but was supposed to get shuffled back into your deck, you can also add that card to your hand. So that is sick. So say they reveal the top 3 cards. Say you got Jackie, a talisman, and a trap card or something. Talisman cards go into your hand anyway, so they might as well, you know, just that is stupid. Select one card into your hand and shuffle the remaining cards into your hand. If one of the cards revealed was a talisman monster, it was supposed to get shuffled back into the deck. You can also, okay, if it was supposed to get shuffled, you can add it. Oh, well, that's still good. Anyway, yeah, one of that. Yeah, sorry guys. Next up we have J-Team Viper. She's a level 4. When this card is synchro summoned, shuffle your entire hand into the deck. Draw the same number of cards that were previously in your hand. So, look at her attack. 190? That is so weird. I think I meant to make her 1900, but 190? I don't know, I gotta go back and fix that. That's a mistake on my part. Yeah, that's a mistake on my part. Alright, the amazing T-Troop. You guys remember that episode? Anyway, this card gains 300 attack and defense for every talisman monster in your graveyard. So, would you seen that effect earlier where you throw talisman monsters in the graveyard? It wasn't for this card, but it also helps this card in the long run. During your main phase, you can shuffle one card from your hand back into your deck. Send one talisman monster from your deck to the graveyard. So yeah, you know, to increase her attack, but it's not that effect is not mainly for her, but it helps. Next up we have 2 El Toro Fuente. Look at that, level 5, 2300 attack, Earth Warrior. Neither player can special summon more than one monster per turn. Now he really kind of slows stuff down. You contribute this card, special summon one of the J-Team monster from your extra deck in defense position. Then you can add one talisman monster from your deck to your hand. So once again, very, very good. Very good. Alright, we got 2 Fuentes. Next up we have 1 the Dark Hand of Dark Chi Warriors. Once per turn, both players roll a 6-sided die. If you roll a higher number than your opponent, you can add one talisman monster card from your graveyard, deck, or banish zone to your hand equal to your roll. Dang, that's sick. So if you roll a 6, you can... Wait, what? If you roll a higher number than your opponent, you can add talisman. Wow. Wow. People gonna have fun playing this deck. I'm telling you. Alright, next up, we have 2 Captain Black, level 6. This card is special summon until the end of the next turn. Neither player can target the J-Team monsters you currently control with card effects. Also, they cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. Wait, hold on, destroyed by card effects, period, okay. Once per turn during the standby phase, you can add 2 talisman monsters from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So you see how talismans in this deck, they just keep getting recycled, like in a show, they're hunting. Fighting each other for these damn rocks. Alright, next up, one of my favorite cards, 2 Valmonts, level 7 Dark Warrior. When this card is synchro summoned, you can special summon 2 Dark Hand Ninja tokens, Warrior type, Dark, level 4, attack 1000, defense 1000. You contribute 2 monsters to activate this effect. Add from your deck to your hand talisman monsters up to the number of monsters you attributed this turn. So, with Valmont, you're automatically getting 2. Because, okay, so you bring out Valmont, right? You do his effect, special summon 2. Bam, Dark Hand tokens, bam, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Y'all know me and the tokens, man. I try to bring this shit to life, guys. Alright, so that's why he's my favorite card. Well, one of them. This is another one of my favorite cards. Bam. Bam! The Fire Demon. Shindu. Look at that. Look at this. 3000 attack. When this card is synchro summoned, banish all talisman monsters in your graveyard. This card gains each banished talisman card effect. Once per turn, you can shuffle 1 talisman monster from your banish zone back into your deck. So that's why. That's why I have the effects of throwing talismans in the graveyard. For this guy, this dude comes out and he causes trouble. So, say you summon Shandu out in the field. You got like 8 talismans in the graveyard. You banish all those talismans. He's getting all those effects, making him like superior. So once per turn, he could be popping something. Once per turn, he could be Well, you know, he could have an additional 1,000 attack. Once per turn, he could do this. Once per turn, he could do that. Just sick. Just sick. Can you imagine the possibilities of this? I remember one game when I was playtesting with friends. And in fact, I had a buddy playing this deck too. Brought out Shandu. And he removed like 7 cards, 7 talismans from the graveyard. He gained all those effects. He was like impossible to fight. And then not only that, once per turn, he's taking the talismans he removed from the graveyard. He's grabbing them back from the bandit zone and then putting them back into the deck, shuffling them back into the deck for later use. This card is good, y'all. That's why this deck is so fun. Last card, but probably least, one Paco. Rank 1. He's the only exceed in there. 2 or more level 1 monsters to make, so basically you use the talismans to make him. This face-up card will be destroyed. You can detach 1 material from this card. Add the remaining level 1 monsters attached to this card as XYZ materials to your hand. Wait, what? This card will be destroyed. You can detach 1 material from this card. Add the remaining level 1 monsters attached to this card as XYZ material. Wow. Okay, so basically it's like trading a talisman for a talisman. Okay. Alright, well anyway, yeah, you guys seen it here first, man. You never thought you would see a freaking Jackie Chan deck profile, but you did. There it is. Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You guys let me know what you thought about this crazy deck profile, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.